Hello and welcome back to Adam's Globe. In this video I'm talking about the woolly mammoth, a giant from the last ice age. Mammoths lived until around 5,000 years ago. Mammoth fossils have been found all over the world except for Australia and South America. There have been a couple mammoth species, but the most famous one is the woolly mammoth, which lived in Russia, Europe and North America. The woolly mammoth was around 3 meters tall at the shoulders. There was a species of mammoth which was incredibly small, only being 1 meter tall. This is as tall as an Asian elephant baby. Sometimes very well preserved remains of mammoths have been found in permafrost. The Woolly Mammoth is the best preserved in the world. It was a female calf and was found in 2007. The closest living relative of the woolly mammoth is the Asian elephant. The woolly mammoth had a size similar to modern-day elephants, such as the African elephant. The tusks, on the other hand, were larger than modern elephants. With these tusks they could defend themselves very well against carnivores, but just like African elephant babies, the woolly mammoth babies also had the threat to be eaten by carnivores. The tusks could also have been used between fights against other mammoths for mates or territories. Because mammoths had a similar height to African elephants, they would have had a similar average age, between 60 and 70 years old. Elephants that live today have very large ears. Mammoths, on the other hand, had smaller ones. A smaller surface means less heat leaving the body. The smaller ears of the mammoths made sure that the animal didn't lose much heat, because this could be fatal, because of the colder climates in which they lived. For modern-day elephants, it is necessary to have big ears, because they need to lose much heat, because of the hot climates they live in. It could be that mammoths had a similar social structure as our current elephant species, which are very social and have female leadership in the group. Such a group is called a matriarchal family group. The diet of mammoths consisted of different kinds of plants. This would be required for a normal growth. Plants they would eat were probably grasses, mosses, flowers and maybe bushes. Modern elephants also need a diverse diet to grow and be healthy. Because of the large size, mammoths needed to eat probably hundreds of kilograms a day to sustain themselves, just like modern-day elephant species. The mammoth had molars, which it used to chew the tough tundra grasses. This was also possible because it had strong jaw muscles. This is pretty handy when eating tough foods. The woolly mammoths were even hunted by early humans thousands of years ago. One of the last batch of mammoths were stuck alone on Wrangel Island, which is today part of Russia. They died as a result of a loss in genetic diversity because only a small group of mammoths was stuck there. The species got troubled with interbreeding. It is a pretty sad ending for a great and super large species. Some people want to clone the mammoth so that it can walk on the earth once again. One place where they might be planned to be placed is the Pleistocene Park in Russia. Most of Siberia today is a taiga and tundra. Pleistocene Park wants to recreate a small part of the ecosystem Siberia had thousands of years ago. According to their project, this can make sure to stop methane from reaching the atmosphere, what could make climate change much worse. In the park, even some parts have been restored to grasslands. It would be very amazing to see such magnificent animals once again walking the earth. And it would be great to see the Pleistocene project to succeed and grow bigger. It is really interesting what they want to accomplish. So, if you want to read more about Pleistocene Park, I will put their wiki page and website in the description. Woolly mammoths and other species of mammoths lived in an ecosystem called the Mammoth Step. It was an incredibly large ecosystem, at one point even being the largest on Earth during the last ice age. It stretched from Europe all the way to Canada, which is really incredible when you think about it. These steppes were full of life, but nowadays these regions such as Siberia support a lower number than the amount of animals that lived here in the past. Animals like horses, brown bears, cave lions, bisons, mammoths, wolves lived in these steppes. The cave hyena also lived in the Mammoth Steppes, but only primarily lived in the European region of the steppe. The woolly mammoth and other mammoth species probably started to decline during a climate change event in the Mammoth Step ecosystem. They might have not adapted very well, and due to climate change, humans went further north so they could hunt eventually mammoths, which made their numbers drop even further. Strangely enough, some creatures such as bisons, brown bears and the musk ox, who also lived on these steppes, still live today. Eventually, these incredibly large animals disappeared from our world and the Mammoth Steppe faded. Only small remnants of the Mammoth Steppe remain. Thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe and leave a like. The next video will be about the woolly rhinoceros.